Hi guys, it's Miss Holcomb. We are at the American Revolutionary Museum. This is Alex.
Hi.
We are checking things out here. You've been talking about the American Revolution for the last several weeks in social studies, so we are checking it out live action. Has it been cool?
Yes.
Where did we go?
Yorktown battlefield.
The battlefield. We were in the trenches that the soldiers were in. We saw cannons.
We saw the foxholes too.
Foxholes
Those
too.
were super deep.
Yes, let's look around. Let's see what else we see. You have a gigantic statue of Thomas Jefferson. These are Britain's German auxiliary soldiers.
Oh, I thought these were.
And then over here you have some British infantry soldiers. Some of their weapons.
Isn't this the?
You have the French army
Right there.
and the American Continental Infantry during the war. Alright guys, what we're looking at now is a replica of the French siege gun, which would have been used at Yorktown.
So guys, this is what the British travel took to meet up in Yorktown. This is what the French and Indian did to meet up in Yorktown. French and
American.
American, yeah.
Unfortunate folly has thrown them into confusion. We must push our advantage. We cannot give them the opportunity to rally. Charge bayonets!
We advanced in as good a line as troops could move. I thought the militia would not fight. By God, they did today. The militia and backwoodsmen gave ground, and we rushed in, but an unexpected volley of musketry has broken our ranks. My attempts to restore order and courage proved fruitless. Retreat with what is left of this army to the southeast. It is impossible to foresee the consequences this extraordinary event may produce.
Okay, what you are looking at is the Continental Army encampment. The military camp recreates the daily life of American soldiers during the last years of the Revolution. The setting represents a portion of the regiment with quarters for a colonel and a quartermaster or supply officer. Women who were related to the soldiers followed the army and earned wages doing domestic chores and acted as nurses.
What we show here is a part of a regiment. A regiment would be somewhere between 400 to 500 men. Typically you divide that into smaller groups called companies. Usually there are 8 companies in a regiment. We show 2. We have a grouping of tents here. There would be 60 men there, 6 men per tent. And then there'd be 3 more companies beside it. Another company over here, 3 more that way. The larger tents with the side walls are going to be for the officers. There'd be the captain over there who'd be in charge of this company, and next to that tent is his subalterns, his lieutenant and his ensign. And then
So
we have the
these
same thing
little
over here.
tiny tents we just looked at, 6 men per tent.
6 men per tent.
6?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You're on your, can't be on your back, you're on your side, so it's going to be close.
That's terrible.
A really large tent across the way would be for the commandant, usually a colonel or a lieutenant colonel. In the center here is the surgeon. Now that's not a hospital. The hospital's away from the camps. That's just his living space. We have the tools and medicines they use there. Over here we see the barrels is the quartermaster. He's your supply officer, and the tent next to that would be his living space. Then there's a circular trench over here with a series of fireplaces cut in the inner back. That's a kitchen. That kitchen would serve this company. The other company would have its own kitchen on down the line.
Safer. That's right. Now, if you guys were following the camp with your mom, you'd be down here where the camp followers are. So if you see that lean-to, that's where the women and children would be. And sometimes they'll do that. They'll follow their husbands for safety and security. Sometimes staying home isn't an option. It's not safe. You may have lost your home because of the war. A lot of hers were burned.
If the fire comes out of the firebox like mine just did,
Yeah.
It's pretty much contained in the trench.
Okay.
So it's not really going anywhere.
And then you can have multiple people cooking.
Exactly. So what they'll do is one guy from each tent will come over and cook for his tent mates.
So this is my cartridge box. It's a leather satchel with a wooden form in there, and they might have as many as 20, 40, and 36 cartridges in there, but you know, you just start to they run out of them after a while, right? This weapon is a French musket. This is the Charleville musket. This is the musket that most of the Army, the Continental Army, is using towards the end of the Revolutionary War, after France has signed an agreement alliance. They start sending over artillery, cannons, they send over weapons, ammunition, uniforms, medicine, other supplies. Much, much, much appreciated. Single shot. There are also all these 18th century weapons are flintlock ignition systems. Flint, right there, piece of flint. Steel, right here. It's called a hammer. Today it's called a frisson, but back then it was a hammer. When flint strikes steel, what do you get?
Sparks in the pan.
Sparks in the pan. All the Minecraft players know you get fire, right? I'll show you. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to put it into a full cock position. There's no cartridge in here, no worries. And I'm going to pull the trigger. Everybody watch what's happening here. Anybody see a spark? Yeah. That's what we want. If I don't see a spark, I get worried about my flint. These things misfire from time to time. The flints can get dull. Right now I'm shouldering my fire lock. Half cock fire lock. I put this into a half cock position. This is a safety position. It will not go off, though I pull this trigger. I'm not going to run around with it like this. And you shouldn't run around half-cocked either. And all cartridge. Now, my hands are full. I've got this cartridge. What am I going to do? How am I going to open it? With my teeth. Prime! I'm going to put a little bit of powder in the pan. What's happening to me while I am loading?
You get fired at.
I'm getting fired at, so it behooves me to do a good job with this. Shut pan. Cast aside. Charge cartridge. Draw rammer. Ram down cartridge. Hoping I rammed that down far enough. If I didn't, we could have a misfire. Return rammer. Shoulder fire lock. Now my officer would see all of us 100 men. We're all now ready to go. We're all going to be shooting at one time. Make ready. This is when you want to cover your ears.